benefits of a database migration. I think we've touched on a few of them already. Data quality is something that might benefit from a database migration. That entire program of work for improving data quality, better performance, and future proofing in terms of moving away from legacy technology, for example. Do you know off the top of your head other benefits of a database migration?
Oh, I think you covered some earlier. So certainly I hear all the time the cost optimization, right? And whether that's cost optimization because of licensing or cost optimization because you're off of your on-prem hardware and you've got a better uh, cloud strategy going forward. And that's cost optimization and potentially scalability, right? Because it's just a lot easier to scale if you're in the cloud. Costly, but easier. And so those two I hear quite a lot. In fact,
Okay.
I hear them all the time.
As you talk about going to cloud, I hear about access to new technology. So we could
Oh yeah,
probably talk about, yeah, yeah.
it's a good point. AI, a lot of the stuff that folks are starting to get aspirational about what AI can do for them requires that cloud technology. And so, it gets lumped into a migration with the idea that wherever we get to, now we have more opportunities for us because the technology is available. That's very true.
Mm, mm. Scalability, I think that I'm going to lump that in with a not so much a database migration, but more of a cloud migration. You're getting that scalability. Presumably, if you're going to the cloud, you should be getting that scalability. Hopefully, at least, fingers crossed.
So how do you
Uh,
define the difference between a database migration and a cloud migration? Like, is there a fine line between the two? Because they seem pretty fuzzy
I don't
to
know,
me.
Julie. You're the expert.
I would say that whenever you're looking at a cloud migration, on-prem to the cloud, you're part of what you're looking at is a database migration, right? Because it's some way or another you've got to move the data, right? Um, you've got to shift
Okay.
the data to a database in the cloud. But yeah, but I agree, it's bigger.
But
Yeah.
the flip side of that too is you want to make sure that people understand that database migration is not the end of it. We had a call just the other day from a very large company that I would have expected to know better, but the person was said, "Yeah, we want going to move our application out of Oracle on-prem into SQL Server in the cloud to save a bunch of money." And we said, "Okay, great. What are you going to do for your application?" And she said, "Well, what do you mean? The database is just a database, right? We can take a database and hook it for a SQL Server database and hook it to our Oracle application, can't we?"
Who said that?
I'm not
Somebody
gonna.
who knows better now, I'll
Yeah,
tell you what,
somebody,
after you were
somebody.
done with them, Clay, because
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that's not that easy, right?
I,
Right.
s- I sent my sales rep a message. Okay, how honest should I be?
Yeah, I mean it's right. The database is, it's so important, right? It's the data, it's the most important thing, but if you can't access it, right,
Yeah.
all the applications talking to it need to be
I,
updated
I,
in a
I I
fair
told him, I
pace as
said,
well.
hey, the database is the easy part.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a database isn't a black box with one port that anything can plug into.
Right,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.